G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 19 of my Acid Retaliation Sentinel playthrough, where last episode I forgot to do the transmuting that I said I was going to do at the end, so we're going to start with that. However, before I get into that, I've had a question, and I've been thinking about this for a little while as well, what the next series was going to be, and I'm going to be honest, nothing really is jumping out at me as something that I really want to play right now. So if you have any suggestions or requests, go ahead and chuck them in the comments, and I'll probably pick something from those in the next couple of days, and we'll get started on that. I am going to veto Conjurers, though. I've just completed a little side project of my own that was 2 different Conjurers, and I'm a little bit conjured out. So no Conjurers this round, and preferably not something I've already done. But if you have any requests, go ahead and chuck them in the comments, and we'll see what ends up being, upvoted or commonly suggested or anything like that. Okay, so we've got some empowered Perdition stuff here, some absolution set things. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at the duplicates I have and try and work out which one I like more. And I think it's this one, just because it has way more flat acid retaliation. So I'm going to keep that one. We've also got the shoulders here. This one immediately jumps out at me because they both have the 6% armor. This one has more flat acid retaliation, also more health, and the rest is kind of similar, so I'm going to keep that one as well. And then for the gloves, let's compare these two for starters. Well, this one just has way more acid retaliation. It has slightly less health. They all have similar offensive ability. This one does have less armor percentage, which I don't love, but it's also got better resistances. So I'm going to go with this one for now. And then between these 4 items here, I need to get my hands on a chest and a helmet. So let's go ahead and get some transmuting done here. So we're keeping these 3. Let's chuck the shield in for now, and make sure I am going to the same set rather than another random set. That requires... Okay, I was not expecting to see scrap there. I was expecting a Celestial Lotus, because that's what it is at max level. I guess I've never really tried to transmute lower level stuff. That is very interesting. I wonder... I mean, it's what, 5 scrap each attempt, plus 3 crystals. This is still quite expensive, but level 65 sets is not quite as numerous as, for example, all the level 60 sets, all the level 65 sets, and all the level 70 sets. So this could be an option as well that I've not explored. Okay, so we want any helmet or any chest, and we've got, what? We've got 11 shots, basically. Alright, so 2 of the 4, I guess, potential options here, because you're not going to transmute a shield into a shield. So 2 of the potential 4, 50-50 chance on the first shot. Let's see, what do we get first? Okay, helmet. Now, I don't know if this is good rolls on this helmet, and I'm going to be honest, at this point, I don't care. It has the 6%. All of the numbers get bigger on this compared to the old one, so I'm happy with this one. And until I get the chest, which hopefully will be in the first roll here, until I get the chest, I don't care about re-rolling any of the extras to try and see if I can get a better item. And honestly, I'm probably not going to do that until I get the mythical set. So, we now have a 1 in 4 chance to turn this into a chest piece. So let's see what we get, and I'm going to do 1 roll and then compare it to the one that I already have. Alright. Or we're just going to get the item that I wanted straight up. Alright, so there's my full set. Amazingly, took only 2 tries. I would have expected at least 6, just based on averages. So I guess the normal torture has paid off with a little bit of extra luck for the empowered set. Right. Let's just swap them over. So I've got the full set now. All of the set bonuses are pretty much the same, just, number gets bigger, I think. Yeah, 500 800, yeah. Bigger numbers. Bigger is better, as they say. And I need to check my resistances in Ultimate, but I think we're going to be under a lot on this top row here. Poison and Acid's probably the only one that's going to be close to capped. Piercing's going to be under. I guess we're going to put Silk Swatch on the shoulders and all that sort of stuff, so it could be alright. Let's go ahead and actually look at these. What do we got? None of this is particularly expensive, and I do want to swap the runestone out for a prismatic diamond. So let's just see if we can do that. Go ahead and put on consecrated wrappings. Actually, do I need to? 27 over. Okay, I don't need the chaos resistance on the gloves just yet, so let's leave that. I will make another silk swatch, another scaled hide, and another... Is that the salt? Yeah, it's the salt. Okay. Alright, let's do this. So SIL, resilient plating, into silk swatch, onto shoulders. Then we go with scaled hide, which we're going to put on the chest. Then we go for salt. 1 purified salt on the shield. That's Aether? That's Aether. Yep, so we do need that. Helmet, I want to get a prismatic diamond on there if I can. And gloves, we're leaving for now. I may end up putting a vitality and bleeding resist thing on there. Also, we do have access to very basic augments on rings. And maybe on amulets as well, so that might be a thing we can do. Okay, let's have a look at our reputation, actually. Do we have revered with anyone? Homestead is revered. Okay. Death's Vigil is honored, so I'm going to go and buy the writ for them. Coven is honored as well. Let's go and get those. I should have done this before, but I was trying to keep the iron bit spending under control in case the transmuting didn't work out. Okay, let's grab that. And we have honored, so we can use all of these. Now, most of these are not going to have amazing stuff on them. The extra damage, yeah, it's nice, but mostly I'm looking for resistances through here. And I'm not getting much. So this is rings and amulets and gives bleeding. I think I already have a rot flesh on this ring. No, I have necrotic. Necrotic something. So this is bleeding. So if I get one more of those, then that'll be my bleeding capped in Ultimate. And I'm not seeing much in the way of other resistances here. Yeah, very, very little. Let's go have a look at Homestead. Homestead, from memory, doesn't have amazing resistance augments. I think it's like Fire and Lightning and then something else. I'll have a look. And we'll also grab the writ for the Death's Vigil peoples. What do they have? They have Vitality resistance on rings and amulets. Is that pets? No, that's players. And they also have bleeding, which I'm not going to use this one. I've got a necrotic flesh on here already. I'll swap that over to the Coven if I remember. But let's go see what Homestead has. I want Whitfield over here. For the Honored section, we've got a little bit of Chaos Res, okay. Goes on weapons and shields. Yep, okay, so we can get some resistance there. Armor is good. Percent armor is also good, although we have a lot of percent armor from the Perdition set, so the flat armor is probably better. For example, 2 of these is 70 armor on every slot, whereas 4% is probably not amazing. We already have a decent amount of percentage. But this does have pierce resistance on it, so maybe even 1 of each. That's just OA. That's DA. Okay. And then in the Revered section, we have got, yeah, Fire and Lightning, which I may actually end up using because Fire Res is a little bit low. And then, actually, this would be much better. And we need 4 levels for it, so probably we'll end up using that. What do we got in terms of weapon stuff here? Percent armor. So this one here, one-handed weapons and shields. We could chuck 2 of these on. That's 10% armor, 34 physique, and some stun. We don't need the stun. Okay, none of those are particularly amazing. What do we have in terms of other things? Other factions at Honored. Okay, we have all 3 of the witch cults. That's really good. And we also have the rovers. So we're going to have a look at the rovers. I should be writing this down so I don't get lost, but anyway, I'll probably forget half this stuff. Alright, rovers at Honored. Do I want to get their writ? Why not? Got the money now. Alright, elemental and health. I'm looking for, actually, what I should do is resist. There we go. So we've got elemental resist on amulets and rings. That's pretty big. So I'm actually going to get 2 of those. Oh no. Oh no, I just threw away 80,000 bits. Oh, it actually doesn't really matter anymore. Right. Well, that's unfortunate. But that's fine. I'm going to put 2 of these on, I think. That'll really help with... Actually, I'm going to go with 3 of those. So I'm replacing the bleeding resistance on the other one. And honestly, the energy regen here is kind of... Who cares? That's 30% elemental resist from augments. That's kind of all I'm going for here. And it's still not going to be enough. Fire will still not be capped in Ultimate. So that's unfortunate. I am going to put the bleeding and vitality resistance component onto my gloves. And we may just have to do a little bit of Ultimate with some resistance holes. Which actually in Act 1 you could probably get away with a decent amount of resistance holes. It's not something I want to do particularly, but we might be okay. That'll still be capped. That will not. That will still be capped. That will not. That'll be capped. That'll be 4% under, so I'm kind of okay with that. That'll be capped. That'll be 2% under, I'm okay with that. So I need to get some fire resistance from somewhere. I really don't want to use molten skins anywhere else. Just ever. But I may have to. Alright, the other thing I'm going to do is prismatic diamond, for which I need... Ooh, that's not good. Oh, that's really bad. Okay, I might be putting a runestone on my helmet for a little while, because that's a lot of aether shards, and I don't have that many crystals either. I would need 27 crystals to make that many aether shards. So I could do it, but also, ouch. That will also need an arcane spark, which I'm pretty sure is Black Legion, or it might be actually, might be Devil's Crossing. Where are you? Nope, it's definitely not. What was I thinking of that was here then? Focusing Prism, maybe? Alright, it's going to be up here at Homestead. One thing I can do is I can buy a couple of augments from Homestead in the form of the piercing and fire resistance ones. And that, once I hit level 70, let's just pretend I'm going to put that on every single slot. I probably won't, but let's just pretend. Once I hit level 70, I'll be able to cap piercing and fire pretty much no matter what. So, we'll leave that. Actually, while I'm here, let's just do a quick search for Arcane Spark. Nope. I'm pretty sure it's Black Legion.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Here we go. Where are you? There it is. Arcane Spark. So that's going to be 12 Chthonic Seals of Binding, which I should have. 4 Soul Shards, which I should have. 4... I should be able to just make this. Hang on. Let's go Arcane Spark. Yeah, I can just make that. Okay. Let's make that. What else do we need for a prismatic diamond? So Wrathstone is going to be easy. It's just one of those. And then the Radiant Gem is going to be one of each. Yeah, Molten Skin. Yep. So one Molten, one Dense, and one Rigid. Okay, and then we combine them into a Radiant Gem. This, incidentally, is decent to put on your shield if you're having really big problems with elemental stuff. The 15% elemental resistance is always on. The Radiant Shield is 10% max. So you can get very nice resistances with that. And then I think I'm just short on the 9 Aether Shards. So hang on a sec. Of course I'm going to be a little bit short. Let's just make this. Why not? I can go... Where's a good place? Probably Mammoth Outskirts. Let's go over there and summon the boys. And we can go find some Aether Shards. They're kind of towards the front. But there's a few on the way there as well. I'm not really interested in fighting all of you guys, so... we're going to go with the cool story bro approach and just walk past everything. Okay, I don't know that this is going to drop a crystal. Cluster? Okay, I'll take a cluster. There's a crystal. I'll just get like 3 crystals. We'll get more in Act 1 Ultimate, so that'll be fine. There's a crystal. Let's see if we can get another cluster out of this. Computer says no. Have we got any others here? Easily accessible. Doesn't look like it. Okay, I'm happy with that though. Let's go get our Prismatic Diamond. And then we'll probably jump straight into Ultimate, I think. I want another shard here. Yes, yes. And then Prismatic Diamond. Bingo, bango, bongo. The best helmet component in the game, in my opinion, for hardcore, is done. Alright. Let's go ahead and bank all those extra Perdition pieces. So, let's just chuck those in a nice little pile over there. So this is the base game, or the normal set. When I'm done with these, I'll probably put them over here. Actually, I can sell all that now. And let's jump into Ultimate. So we've already done... You know what? I don't need that either. This belt, I'm absolutely putting that on at level 70. No doubt about it. That'll help as well. Okay, so from Veteran, we are skipping Elite, even though we've kind of already done some of Elite. And we're going into Ultimate. Let's get the boys out, and now the moment of truth. Ouch. Actually, that's not horrible. It's not great, for sure, but it's not horrible. So once we get to level 70, we'll have this belt to put on. So we'll have 12% overcap on Chaos. This is if we don't upgrade any items at all. Have 20 additional bleeding, so that'll be capped. Have 7% extra elemental, so cold will be capped, fire will be better. It's not going to be great, but it'll be better. Why do I still have that? Okay, I can sell that. And then we can chuck Flameweave Powder on everything else, so Pierce will be capped, fire will be capped. Everything except Poison and Aether, I think, should be capped at that point. And we could quite happily swap that Imbued Silver for another Aether Ward. Okay. I don't love it, but I'm kind of okay with how everything is. Let's go for a run. So all of this stuff, all level 65, none of this is threatening, none of this is really kind of worth killing. Let's go rescue Faldus, because Faldus is worth reputation. Although I guess we have to... Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves here. Alright, so Barrog the Bloodied, we can take care of him. And actually I want to check crit and defensive, so that's pretty good. I mean, it's a Rotting Soldier, I wanted Barrog numbers, but And Barog's got a chance to miss us, so our OA and DA is kind of okay. Which is kind of all you can ask for, really. Alright, so here's Faldus. We're going to rescue him. Just put your mouse at the bottom of the top option, spam click, and you're done. Poison res, I wasn't even thinking, but we're going to get points into Aspect of the Guardian at some point. That'll fix that. I still don't love it, but anyway, it is what it is. I am going to actually really target these Aether Crystals, because I just spent all of my Aether Shards on Aether Crystals. Getting shards, which any other time I'd be happy about, but I don't have any crystals at all, so I'd like a few of those, please. There we go. And everybody's happy again. You can never have enough Aether Crystals. There it is. He said the line. Alright, so here is our good friend Kaizog, and he's going to die very, very quickly here. There he goes. Pick up the loot. And we don't really need this Devotion Shrine, but these 2 Aether Shards, absolutely. Do I want the loot? No, I don't think there's anything it can drop that I actually care about. One of the, I guess we'll call it a downside, of using a build that's 90% set target farmable items, or sets or target farmable items, is random rares. I mean, what am I going to use a random rare for? Literally none of my items are random rares at this point. I guess you could make the argument for boots, but the pants are an MI. The entire Perdition set is obviously a set. There's not a lot of room left in this build for random rares to matter. Okay, what was that? Magnuson's trench coat. Alright, well, we're not using that. But yeah, I could probably turn random rares off at this point and not really worry about it too much. I think I have... Do I have Slith necklaces in the bank? I can't remember. I think I do. I want to say I do. But maybe we just kill a few of these. I'm not going to be using the ring. I may bank it. I'm not sure why, but I'm just thinking about that. I might bank it and keep it for later, but honestly, I'm not going to use it, so just XP and reputation, I guess. Which is definitely a good reason to do it, for sure. Okay, Bonebreaker is dead before he crawls out of the floor. Rumors reached rank 14, that's really good. The more resistance shred, the better. There's a level, okay, 67. Everyone done crawling out of the floor. I'm just going to... You know what? 10 is a much better number than 11. Ooh. But then I saw the amount of acid retaliation I've been missing out on. I do need to get up to Aspect of the Guardian for that resistance, but... the other thing at this point is I'm kind of thinking 20 is a nice number for cunning. And then I think I'm going to hang on to 5 points here, so I think that's good. Alright, Lightning Zombie. Got a frisbee for you. There he goes, down he goes. Slith Scale leg wraps could be worth looking at. I think they're poison based. A little bit of poison. Damage to Beastkin's really good. +2 to Blood of Dreeg, also quite good. Some resistances. Again though, it's that problem of just... The Dreeg legs are better. And Dreeg is actually not that far out of the way. I could just go and blow up the dynamite site and kill him on ultimate. It's just kind of... Don't need new pants for the moment, and the ones I'm wearing are quite good. So, I think we just leave it. So Milton Heart being mostly fire damage, and I barely even felt it. Pretty happy about that. I have actually a lot of flat absorption on this build, especially when what is this skill called? Absolution? No, Ascension. Especially when Ascension is active, we have tons of flat absorption from all of our different devotions. We're getting some from the Phoenix, we're getting some from the Shield, or the Obelisk, I think it is. And then we heal up behind it with Juggernaut and the Necklace of the Grove. So, really, really tanky. And the damage is pretty good as well. It's definitely not the most face-melting damage I've ever done. But it's pretty good. So we hit Hated with the Ethereals. One more step and we'll be at Nemesis. I don't need a Devotion Shrine over there, so I don't have to go over there at all. I do, however, need to go and find Luther Graves. Can't leave my man hanging out in the swamp with a bunch of snake people. Finally got a Slith Necklace drop. It's unusual to go this far without getting one, but it is what it is. Let's send Luther back to town. And we will head north. Now, I don't need to do any of the side areas in here. I think this is the Rover's Cave, but honestly, we're going to have max Rover's rep anyway very, very soon. So I'm not too worried about doing that. The factions that I really want to get max reputation with is the Mammoth Resistance, which is going to be much later, and then the Black Legion, which is also going to be much later. Alright. So again, there's nothing in here I need. I don't need the Devotion Shrine. Actually, you know what? I don't need the Devotion Shrine. I don't need to kill the boss for his MI. Let's just repair the bridge. It's probably going to take me longer to get the stuff to repair the bridge than it would have to just go through the cave at this point, but I'm committed now. Hey, there's another Slith Necklace. Love to see it. One more and I can go and get the quest turn in. So I've got, I think this is 10, is it? 12 scrap, okay. You know what? I've got 12 scrap, no problems. I don't really want to talk to you just yet, so I'm just not going to. I am going to vendor all of this though, because I don't need any of this stuff, and I do need iron bits. So, happy with that. Also, picked up the Beast Warrant when we're fighting Kuba, and can't really do much with it, so I mean, collection time? Okay. I will probably never use that Beast Warrant, let's be honest. You're a quest item, you're a quest item. While we're here, may as well talk to all the peoples. It's a very nice amulet. I'm sure it's priceless. Family heirloom or something. Oh, I don't have Aether Crystals on me. That's alright. We'll get some more and we'll come back. Okay, we're going to do this a little bit kind of khaki. Alright. So 12 scrap to repair that. We go across the bridge. Then we need to go back over here. And we need to talk to Duncan.
Oh, hello.
Okay, I will find Angram. Now we go to the Whitemire. This run is so scuffed, I'm all over the place. We'll get it done though. Alright. Turn this quest in. Teleport back to, well, basically Duncan. After selling this. Is there anything here I want to buy? No. So, back to Duncan. Then we go rescue Angram. Or Angron. I can never remember which one's a blacksmith and which one's a demon prince. Okay. So now we head up this way and rescue our blacksmith. Now on normal you can argue for Duncan or Angron. Angrim? Angrim. It is Angrim, right? Yeah, it is.
Move along now, stranger.
On normal you can argue for Duncan or Angrim. On Ultimate, it's Angrim every single time. If you need the blueprint recipes, you can go back to normal to get Duncan to craft them for you. Angrim has much better crafting bonuses, so we want to side with Angrim. Also, now we don't have to go back to town, so that's kind of good. And we can go rescue Steven Seagal now. Oh, I don't need to go into the hole in the ground with the devotion shrine. How about that? Pretty happy, pretty happy. Of course, I don't normally go this way, so I'm kind of lost. There's the cave. So that's going to be the burial hill. So we should be able to come across here and find... Well, here's Wargarble. Pretty sure this guy was named by the dog trying to eat the water out of the hose. Alright, 8th Warp Totem. I'm not lost anymore, by the way. As soon as I saw that guy, I knew exactly where I was. Okay, Viper Fang Grips and the Wormbone Handguards, as well as Empowered Aetherwoe. Right, those will make really nice scrap, because I'm probably going to blow them up. What are you? Just see your wings flapping at the edge of my screen. It's very distracting. Okay, here's Steven Seagal. We'll tell him about the prison, and we'll send him on his way. Unfortunately, the gate is blocked, so we'll have to go... actually not too bad out of the way. Bonk, 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 bonk. Alright, and we can just do this section here. What I actually want to have pet attack on here, that one. So I've had a couple of times now where I want the pets with me debuffing stuff coming out of the ground, that sort of thing. And they're back here fighting I don't even know what. So I definitely want to have pet attack on my bar now. When you get to this part in Ultimate, you have to ask yourself a question. How much do you want Nemesis reputation with the Darius Cronley faction? With the, what do they actually call themselves? Cronley's gang. How much do you want Nemesis with these guys? Because depending on your answer to that question, will determine whether you want to fight Dureni one time in Homestead, or in Devil's Crossing, and then never see him again, or if you want to not fight him in Devil's Crossing, and then have him available as a boss inside of Cronley's lair to farm additional Nemesis reputation with. So if you want to fight the Cronley Nemesis, I'm blanking on the name. It's not the undead one, it's jeez. No, I got nothing. If you want to fight the Cronley Nemesis, then you'll want to leave Dureni and not complete this quest, or you know, talk to him and tell him he's been a very naughty boy, and you want the key. And then you'll be able to murder him repeatedly inside the lair, not feel bad about it because he's been turned into a living crystal and he's not even human anymore, and get some reputation that way. But if you don't care so much about the Nemesis thing, or if you're willing to do a little bit of extra farming, then it could be worth it to just kill him. It'll save you a fight later. I think I'll probably just take the deal, just in case I want to do it later. There are some characters I have where I have Nemesis against everything and also Revered with everything, and it's kind of like, well, I'm not sure why I did that, because I gained nothing from doing it, but done it. Okay. There is now no longer any point looking out for any kind of set items. I don't care about set items anymore until level 90 or so. where we will be getting the mythical Perdition stuff. The thing with the mythical Perdition stuff is that you can just buy the blueprint from Benevald in the Grove. Now, someone mentioned in the comments a couple episodes ago that that is going to be very slow because there's something like 250 different options. I don't know if that's true. So definitely want to be aware that you may end up farming totems at that point anyway. And, well, let's be honest, we were going to do that regardless. Because we want the Sentinel of the 3 set as well. So we can just do that all together, and it may actually end up working out better to do it that way. I'll probably at least try to reset the merchant and get the mythical set. But if it turns out to be a pain, I'll just farm it. It's fine. I have farmed other sets. I will farm other sets, and it's always been fine. All right, what do we got? Oh, we got more stuff to kill. Meat Shield, Champion of the Light, and the Corruptor's Mantle. All very fine items, I'm sure, except for Meat Shield. If you do any amount of endgame farming at all, you will learn to loathe that shield, because it is everywhere. Okay, let's get the Apprentice out, and then let's get us out as well. And I guess all we've got left is Krieg. So we've got Barnabas's water pump and the Slith and stuff as well. We could, I think, where's Devil's Crossing? Devil's Crossing just hit Honored. Okay, so before anything else, before we kill any other ethereals, before we turn in any quests, any of that, let's go get the writ.
Come see what's left of my wares.
There we go. And we may as well... Hang on. I'm gonna blow up some blues and purples. Ooh. Yeah, I can blow up some of these. I might just blow up the purples, actually. Because I can't make dynamite without going back to normal until I get to Homestead. It'll probably be fine, but I think I'm going to prioritize keeping my dynamite for now. Right, so we'll use that, and let's not hear one of his stories. Okay, Doreni. I'm gonna fight him. I'm gonna take the key. We have a deal. I'm gonna take the key, I'm gonna read his note, and then we'll see him later in Cronley's Lair. Now, that may come back to be kind of annoying. If you ever need to farm totems in Cronley's Lair, then having to kill him every single time is also... It can be frustrating, but that's fine. I'll get extra reputation. I'll be a very happy man. It'll be fine. I'm never going to use that. So, hey Luther, you want to buy a nice shirt? And I think that's it, right? Yeah, we just blow up these 3. You're welcome, and thanks, and you can have some... Oh, you need crystals, don't you? Okay, yeah, that's fine. So I can't dismantle without giving you your crystals. I think he needs 4 or 5. I've got 2. We'll just grab another 4. It'll be fine. We'll grab, you know what? We'll grab 10. Why not? He can have 10 crystals. And I'll put the rest back later. We'll give him some crystals, we'll give him some dynamite. Okay, there we go. Oh, hang on. Why doesn't he... Why don't you want to let me blow things up? Dynamite. Ah, okay, alright. Maybe he'll, let us blow things up later. Meanwhile, let's go into probably the most dangerous little section of Act 1, this house. Definitely lost some characters in here early on before I knew what an AoE spell was. Cadence in this place, actually, there's almost nothing in here. But going through this place with just cadence, killing one monster at a time when there's 30, 40, 50 monsters in there, it's not good. Definitely lost a few soldiers in there when I was just starting out. Getting some lucky procs here. Alright, since we're kind of here, and since we're kind of strong, let's do the totem. Assuming it's here. It's not here. Okay. That's fine. We'll find it. It'll be around here somewhere. And I'm definitely feeling up to killing this totem. So yeah, we're just gonna do it. Looks like I'm gonna have to backtrack. I hate backtracking. Alright, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's worth it. Think of the XP. Think real hard about the XP. XP and loot. It's got loot as well, so... There we go. Alright, here we go. This should be relatively easy. We do stun as well with the shield flipping out there and hitting everybody. This should be yeah, easy, easy. Pick up all the loot. There we go. Most builds should be able to do the ultimate one. I can kind of understand and even do it myself on normal, skipping it. Because maybe you don't have your main skill online yet. Maybe you're, I don't know, you're playing an Arcanist and just have Trojan Sky Shard and Alexa's Flash Freeze and that's it. I would definitely skip it in that case, but by the time you get to Ultimate, your build should be able to do it. Okay, I wasn't looking at the map, so that door's blocked. We're gonna go around. Okay, where is Phoenix Fire? I think I have that on the eyeball, right? That sounds right. Yes. Speaking of, level 10 in Phoenix Fire. So now we get, what's that? 88 damage absorb for about half the time, as long as we're throwing eyeballs at things. So you see the flames spinning around us, that's Phoenix. Fetid Pool, just got to level up as well. So, decent chunk of retaliation damage. Everything's coming up Picus. Okay, Banezal, 2 hits, gone. 69 dudes, the best level. We can stop getting XP now. That is 2,500 almost acid retaliation on Blood of Dreeg, 28% health on the heal, and then permanent regeneration, permanent offensive ability. This is without a doubt one of the best buffs in the game. It's also one of the most expensive buffs in the game in terms of skill points, especially once you add in another, I think is it 12 for Aspect of the Guardian? I think it is. So 28 points for a buff is expensive, but it is absolutely worth it. Alright, this should just be a shard. It is. I'll take the loot. Why did I want the loot? I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure. I definitely don't need it. Okay, I do absolutely want all of these crystals though. So we're gonna just go around and play frisbee with all of them. And then I guess we can kill all of these guys as well. You can see the rumor proc there spreading like wildfire. Alright, and I'm actually going to take the top road here just because I want the extra Aether Crystals. I am really short on those, and getting more would be ideal. Okay, no totem today. It's unfortunate. But that's fine. Am I killing this with one hit with the eyeballs? Not quite. Maybe I crit with that last shot. That's fine. That was definitely one hit though. I think it was a crit. I think that's what's going on there. Alright, so we've made it to the Warden. It's only taken about, what, 25 minutes, half an hour, something like that, and there's been a decent amount of faffing around. So let's go in, we'll kill Krieg. Still got to do the underwater section for, the underground section for Barnabas. So we're still going to do that section, which is fine. Don't need any of the law notes anymore, which is good. Got a little bit less things to pick up on the way. What are you? Stone form. That's this one over here, which is 170 damage absorption. I think it's only when you block, though. Yeah, 15% chance on block. So that's kind of not up that often, actually. Although, having said that, if we're ever in a situation where you really want that, absorption, you're probably going to be surrounded, and you're going to be blocking a lot of attacks anyway. So I guess I can deal with that. Alright, more Aether Crystals. Everybody loves Aether Crystals. You can never have enough Aether Crystals. Get all of the Aether Crystals. That's what kills Zabrant as well. Why not? He's here. He's made out of reputation. He's also made out of loot. And I nearly missed a crystal. Okay. Krieg time. Now, I'm fully expecting to run in here, stand in his face, and blow him up. So let's see if I'm right. My health hasn't really moved at all yet. Okay, alright. I can't stand in the Aether. I've only got 50% Aether resistance, actually, so I am going to take a bit from him. But even his stomp really wasn't that bad. Alright, let's grab our Tainted Brain Matter Voidwalker footpads as well. And we're done. That's it. Act 1. Well, almost finished. We still have to go and defeat the Slith. Will you take my dynamite now? You won't. I think I need to do the Barnabas quest before he'll offer me explosive services. Let's go ahead and chuck the purples on that first tab. You can go in there as well. Plat's blue. All of this can go. Alright, excellent. Have I got scrap on me? I've only got 3 on me. I need 6. I still have to go there anyway. I was hoping that they would have enough scrap at the merchants to where I wouldn't have to run up here. And it didn't work out for me. Alright, so I need 1 scrap. You know what? I'm going to grab another 6 as well. And we will repair the bridge. Not too worried about running out of scrap this time. I've got tons of it. But, you know, save a bit of time, repair the bridge, and then I don't have to worry about it later. Alright, Barnabas, my good friend, is this enough scrap? I will take care of the Slith, etc., etc. Yes, yes, open the door. Let's go. Alright, don't have to kill anything in here at all. But, it is all made out of XP, so there is that. Also, some of it is going to explode, which is always fun. Lots of spiders. Lots of dead spiders. You would think they would be more resistant to poison. Turns out they're not. I guess that kind of makes sense, since, you know, spiders eat spiders anyway. So, they're probably resistant to their own poison, maybe? I'm not sure, I've never looked into it. What have we got there? Messenger of War. So that's going to be the green spiky shell. With the run speed that I don't really need, because we're capped anyway. But the flat fire retaliation is quite nice. Go and hit me. He just bounced off and went flying. One of the best things about retaliation. Easily the best thing. Alright, we should be able to ignore the Sunder. Should. Yep, definitely can. And let's eat that. We'll head back to town, talk to our good friend Barnabas. And that's going to be the end of Act 1. I'll see if we can do the Honored quest. I haven't done it for a while, so maybe we can die in there. Do you have any other quests for me? You do! Okay. There's your dynamite. This can't end well. Thank you very much. And let's go out to Hargate's Island. So I almost never do this quest unless I want the +1 Nightblade amulet. In fact, that's literally the only time I ever do this quest. But it's decently fun, and there's a good chance you can die in here, because the floor is made out of lava. It's green lava, but it's still lava. This place is also a good place for power leveling in normal difficulty if you really, really, really want to be level 7 or 8 real fast. But not really something I do very often. The journal in here, I'm going to show each part of this journal. And I would kind of recommend reading it if you haven't. So that's been on the screen for a little while. Definitely a little bit disturbing. So have a read of these journal articles. I think they should be all relatively easy to spot when I'm going through here. I know I'm going the wrong way here, but I want to find all the journal articles now, because now that I've mentioned them, they are very, very disturbing. So read the journal articles, and then make note of the name of the boss at the end of the dungeon. That's all I'm going to say. Are there any journal articles on this bottom floor? The goop on the floor, as you may have noticed, that's eating my health bar, is definitely dangerous. So you do have to be careful of that. And then the Slith themselves are kind of a non-issue. I'm not seeing any more lore notes. Ah, there's one. I think there's 4 in total, something like that. I'm going to find them all, just because I want to show them. There's page 2. So let's just... I'll put that up on the screen here for a second. And we'll scroll down. Alright, so everybody read that. Now I'll go find page 3, which... probably on the next floor here, I hope. Get through that little section. Let's just have a quick look around. Oh no, there's page 3 there. So that's page 3. Somehow we've got the bug people in here as well. Alright, here's page 3. Okay. Scroll down for anyone who's pausing. Alright. Let's go do that totem as well. Why not? The one little safe platform here. Okay, Ice Snap is gone. Let's not stand in the Aether with hardly any Aether resistance. That seems like a bad idea. There we go. What do we get? Olzorn's Chest Guard. Touch of the Everliving Grove. Decent healing item, especially if you're doing pets. It's not bad if you don't need the gloves for conversion. Alright. I think we can go down to the next level now. Through the wooden door. What are we up to? We're up to number 4 now, right? Something like that. The lore notes is definitely one of the strong points of Grim Dawn. I imagine most of the people watching this series by now have already read these lore notes, but definitely one of the best parts about this game is the atmosphere, the world building, and it all happens, not all of it, but most of it happens in the lore notes. So strongly recommend reading them all. Maybe even just make a character whose entire purpose is to go through the game and collect all of the lore notes. Because it is really, really good. The story itself is not, you know, it's not the best story you'll ever read or anything like that, but it is very, very good. We have just hit level 70, which is really good. Let's go ahead and chuck some points over there. Do I want Aspect of the Guardian, or do I want Vulnerability first? I think I want Aspect. I think we're going to go with Aspect. 1, 2, 3 into stats. There we go. Alright, you can see the quest marker over there. That's where we're going. But we have to actually get there first. Did I kind of explore everything? I did. Beautiful. Okay. So here's Elena, the first Slith, and we're going to not get sundered. And also not stand in the goop, I hope. Here we go. Alright, down she goes. And Elena's necklace is the +1 to all skills in Nightblade necklace. So if you're playing a Nightblade character and you want that amulet, you'll need to come down here to get it. A couple more lore notes down here, as well as the actual quest item. So we'll get rid of all these. So keep in mind the name of the boss that we've just killed. Here's page 4 of Hargate's journal. Make sure you have a read of these. There we go. Okay, and we can grab the quest item now. Hargate's formula, all done. And now you have the question of whether or not you give the formula to him. I forget exactly what the different outcomes are. I think you get a potion for giving it to him. I don't remember. I'm just going to give it to him. Here we go. Keep formula, give formula. I'm just going to give it to him. There we go. So for giving it to him, you get a bunch of XP, you get a blueprint that you already know, and 20,000 iron. Alright, and that's, I should have sold that. I'm already in town. That's the honored quest for Devil's Crossing. Alright, and that is actually going to be the end of this episode. So thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.